Oh, heavens, oh.
They say the crackhead, meek shall inherit the earth. Amen. That's what they all say. They say the meek shall inherit the earth, right? Amen. All of the earth, right? All the earth, right? Get it. Yeah. I think about how about a crack, right? Time to hit the clock, round at 6 o'clock. AC going out, it's feeling like a drought. I be in the pot, whipping up the rock, cooking in the kitchen, sofa hit the spot. Fish scale jumping, damn it's gonna flop. Chopping down the rock, back them up a lot. Turn them into knots, put them in my sock. Then I hit the block, looking for the ops. Woo! Can't really fool me, nigga. Got some white friends called Coonry, nigga. Credit score up cause they knew me, nigga. Someone said something, they don't who me, nigga. 5-0 really think they know me, nigga. Ran 100 miles, call me Toby, nigga. Riding to the death, you gotta show me, killer. Beating on my chest like a damn gorilla. I'm just trying to get it, I be really with it. Ted DiBiase, all about the business. Damn, he took and hit it. Holy Ghost up in him, pushing love the feeling. Jumping, touch the ceiling. I don't give a fuck who you really with. Nigga thought he safe, caught him in the crib. Caught a nigga slip, he running, try to dip. Bullets kinda stretching, going through some shit. In the jungle, yeah. That pack I won't fumble. The Lord said believe. Them J's said they need. I need moolah moocha. One hit hallelujah. They smoking the finest. Now won't you come try it? Come on home. So you know what?
I would like for the home.
1 Peter 2:18 says,
I would like for the home.
slave and reverent fear of God, submit yourself to your master, not only to the ones that's good and considerate, but the ones that's also hard. That don't sound good to me. I need crack. Pull up, stunting on the damn four-wheeler. Gold chain on like a damn drug dealer. Lieutenant Dan, I ain't got no feelings. Porsche 911, yeah, I'm crashing in the building. Hanging in the cut, yeah, I'm looking like a villain. Nigga roll a blunt, yeah, I'm high to the ceiling. Detroit piston, hell yeah, I'm gon' rip it. 911, yeah, somebody killed him. Nigga got a chopper, I ain't tryna be a victim. Try to go to church, but a nigga don't feel it. Yeah, I pray about it, but I'm still gon' steal it. Nigga got a honey, hell yeah, I'm gon' pill it. Nigga got some pills, hell yeah, I'm gon' flip it. Nigga got some hoes, hell yeah, I'm gon' pip it. Got a new hoe called Candy Gon' Lick it. Even caught the Sunday school teacher with him.
Your call, save mankind. Bridging the fall, waiting the small. Fathers and fathers.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into the No Offense Podcast. Arts Watch interview exclusives. Y'all know what time it is. Today we've got a special guest for you today. Those of you who are familiar with our music review, the name should be familiar. For those of you who are not familiar with our music review, yes, we do have a treat in store for you guys today. You got to get to know all about Yerm. He came through the music review and actually won it twice, if I'm not mistaken. Also, another one's right into three-peat, which is a small circle. I believe we've only had two or three people do it before, so it's definitely prestigious honor, definitely. So we were able to catch up with Yerm. We set a date, man. So you guys get to know more all about him. You know what I'm saying? What influences his music, his aspirations, his goals. You know what I'm saying? So the time is at hand. Please tap and share, tap the share it till you can't. You know what I'm saying? Tag a friend, tag that person that you like to talk to everything about, because it's definitely gonna be something to talk about. For sure. Shout out to the sponsors, Passport Republic. You know what I'm saying? It's by way of Daryl Austin, my man, who's definitely in the house. You guys show awesome support, man. Definitely appreciate you guys. Shout out to Moran Custom Car Audio, our other sponsor. You know what I'm saying? If you guys like that boom, you like to hear music right, you like to hear how it was intended, definitely, man. Shout out to the sponsor while you're in town. If you're in Texas, man, we can get you a good deal. Scoop G, the boss in the house. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my dog. If y'all familiar with Scoop G, he is our co-host on the weekend as far as the music review, as well as our co-host on the Say What I Said talk show. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to my man in the house right now, as well as the wife. He's gonna try to keep me on my best behavior so I don't go over. Because y'all know me. You know, I seem to be suffering from the ability not to give a fuck. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get my dog on the scene. What? Why you gotta flick me up? See, she just over here. Y'all don't understand. She beat on me, man. She beat on me, and I'm gonna tell y'all while there's a camera, and y'all can send somebody if you might feel like that might be what you need to do. Send somebody. You know what I'm saying? Please, I'm begging you. All right. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get Yerm on camera so we can go ahead and get this thing set. Get this thing started. Without further ado, I bring to you the man of the hour. How you doing today, boss? We are live.
What's going on, big man? How you been?
Man, I'm trying to make it. You know, the wife be beating on me, but we ain't gonna talk about that. I can't say that too many times out loud before I got consequences. But how you doing? Did you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm chilling, man. I'm just I'm just grinding. You know what I mean? Grinding and helping these kids out and stuff like that. So that's what I've been doing. I've been grinding.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. We definitely want to get to know all about that, man. First off, I gotta give my hats off to you. You're a hell of a lyricist, brother. I gotta say that to
Hey,
you.
thanks a lot.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We work hard, bro. Hey, respect is due. Respect is earned, man. And the way that you put them down on them tracks, they already know about you, man. They know about you, man. For real, for real. But we want to get to know more about you, man. And, you know what goes into your day to day, if we can. So let's start off in the beginning, if you don't mind me asking. You know what I'm saying? When did you first start? When did you first start listening to hip hop, as far as uh, to learn from, I guess, how to write? Because you know we got the different thing where you hear something that sounds good and you just bop into it, but to actually think it's something that you're gonna do. When did you start to, like, pay attention to who were some of those people that you listened to?
Um, I was, I'm originally from Indianapolis, Indiana, so uh, it was crazy. There was a lot of Midwest influence from rappers at that time. Shit, and we talking about the early 2000s too as well. You know what I mean? You had Nelly and stuff like that, but I had listened to Nas and a lot more, like, yeah, like I said, I would say Nas, even Mike Jones. I say Nas, it's weird, but it's Nas, Mike Jones, um, those kind of rappers, you know what I mean? And just like a lot of the common stuff, that the common big hits that we would hear in the early 2000s, or rappers I would listen to. It wasn't something that I took serious at that time. That was where a lot of my friends back in the neighborhood and stuff like that, they actually took it serious and they was rapping and stuff like that. So sports and basketball and stuff like that stuff was stuff that I had pursued back then. You know what I mean? I really didn't get involved with actually making music until when I was in the army, and I had deployed to Afghanistan. And there was a dude who heard me freestyle and was like, "Man, I think you really could do something with it." And I'm like, "All right." So I would record in this little raggedy little made booth that they made out there in Afghanistan, and then I was making music from there. And then it progressed, and I actually took it serious back in 2012.
Well, definitely shout out to you, man, for your service. For one, for listening.
Oh
Because,
yeah,
I mean, they still trying to get up out of Afghanistan now. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, yeah. It's great.
definitely glad to have you back home safely, brother. And then be able to make music over there with everything's going on, man.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah, yeah.
Um, that's got to been wild. But it's funny that you said you were from Nasir, You went from Nasir Jones to Mike Jones. Who? Uh, you know,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yep,
but I remember that. I mean, it wasn't a bad. I wasn't a bad game plan either because I remember Mike Jones had the catchiest. He had the catchiest slogan. You know, it was who. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
He put his phone number out there and all that other stuff. You know what I mean? So
Facts.
it stuck. Back in them days.
Facts. Okay, so as you're listening, you know what I'm saying, like you said, you get the freestyle in, and I guess if somebody hears you say, hey man, I think there's, there's something there. Um, what at that point in time, what was your inspirations and things like? What it was, what kind of things are you freestyling about? You just kicking the shit, or you know what I'm saying? Is it just a
Yeah, you know what I mean? You know how it is. You be friends going to the club and then you tired of hearing the shit on the radio, so you like, all right, man, let's just bust a freestyle. So we play all these
yeah?
instrumentals. So when I was in Hawaii, because that's where I was stationed at in Hawaii, me and my boys, one of my producers, who's a close friend of mine, his name is Will. He out there in Cali. Shout out to Will. Um, Will, and this my other homeboy named Jameson, who live out there in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and this dude named D. And we would all just, be just spitting, rapping. And I used to have all this stuff recorded on the phone. We would record this in the car and stuff like that. But see, I wasn't too hip to social media and things like that now, because I know that stuff would have had views because we were saying some shit back then,
Facts.
but we didn't take nothing serious. You know what I mean? We were just rapping, just talking or whatever. You know what I mean? But then when I realized, hey man, you could put some stuff down on wax and actually on some tracks and actually promote it and market it and really get benefits from it, but not on. It wasn't all about the money. It was just the love of doing it. I just like doing it in general. You know what I mean? So my level of success has always been, quote unquote, to someone what they may look on the outside low tier. You know what I mean? Like I think of stuff that I'm doing with you guys as form of success for me.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Because y'all ain't got to listen to my shit. Period. You know what I mean? Y'all ain't got to listen to it. So I look at that as being success. I look at this formal interview as success. You know what I mean? I don't have to sign a big $1 million contract or whatever it is as success. So even that's why I was loving to do the freestyle and things like that in the days when I was doing it back then. That was success to me. That was fun, because I got people in the group willing to listen to, this lyrical stuff. So I was a lot more lyrical back then than I am now, even more now. So
Facts, man. Well, I definitely love the homeless brother. And hey, man, the fact that you said it's low tier, hey, it's no low tier because the fact that you got people that criticize that aren't doing anything. Then you got people who are actually trying. You know what I'm saying? As you because it takes levels. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is built overnight. Rome wasn't built in one night. You know what I'm saying?
right,
So
right,
as you get these levels, you know what I'm saying, is to some it might seem like it's little, but you're actually to where you're at is already a step from where, you know what I'm saying, those who might say something, they haven't even begun to do what it is that, you know what I'm saying,
yeah,
that it might take to even get to where you're at. So I definitely I commend you for that, man, and hats off to you for that. When you got over here, you know what I'm saying, after realizing that the freestyling things and making music was what you wanted to do, what was your steps? You know what I'm saying? What was your first steps when you got back home? Are you home permanently? Are you still enlisted, or what's the thing?
yeah, no. So I'm not now. Hell no, I couldn't do that shit no more. I got out in 2000 and pretty much 2014.
Gotcha.
So what I did was, there was a brother that was in the army with me as well. Uh, a couple dudes. One dude his name was Tillman. I was doing things with him, and then I was also doing things with another brother named his name is Michael, but we call him Forever Real. He's got a little buzz and name out there in Denver, but he's a producer, engineer. He do everything. He can rap and do all. He's kind of a one man show kind of thing. But at that time, he was just strictly a producer. So I was getting beats from him, putting out mixtapes on Dat Piff and things like that. So the first step that I actually did was making mixtapes with him around 2014 to 2015. My first quote unquote little bit of exposure I had was I actually won the Coast to Coast event that was in Atlanta, Georgia in 2015.
Okay.
I won that. But the thing was, I was going through some shit at the time. I had a big some stuff going on. I was going through a divorce at that time. I think, and close to 2016. So I didn't go to the follow up event that they were hosting in Miami. Because once you win it in your city, they send you to Miami, and then you compete on a bigger scale. And rest in peace. But at the time, Big Cap, before he passed away, he was one of my judges at the time when I had won the event. It was him. This woman named Tampa Mystic, shout out to her. She's out there in Georgia. She's kind of the plug with Bigger Rankin, the guy who found
Oh, Lucci,
Lucci and
Lucci,
stuff
yeah,
like
bigger
that.
rankings,
Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah, yeah, yeah. She's the plug with that. So she was my judge too as well, and I still got a pretty good rapport with her too as well. I chat with her more over on Instagram, things like that, and I had an interview with her last year. So that was kind of my big, kind of taking things to a whole nother level as far as getting and actually performing on a bigger crowd, bigger stage, things like that. I mean, I was doing a little bit of open mics in Georgia, but it was real oversaturated in Georgia, real competitive in
Yeah,
Georgia.
yeah, that's a lot going
And
on in Atlanta, man.
it is, it really is, man. It's all about who you know there, and it seemed like the artists there, and I got caught up in it too as well. You get so busy and trying to make this quote unquote one hit record to get on, and unfortunately, what you're doing is you're you're diluting your lyrics and things like that, your actual real ability and stuff like that. You
Yep.
know what I mean? So that's why that one song that you just played at the beginning, Jungle, it's on the EP called Back to the Basics, which is on all platforms. But I was going back to my original self of just kind of just doing my own thing, you know what I mean, and being and focus on lyrics, but mixing a lot of the things that I had seen that were successes in a lot of other people's careers out and down south and things like that. So I wanted to kind of combine everything, lyricism, trap, and soul. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I wanted to capitalize
And
on.
you know what? It's funny that when you say that, that's exactly what I get from your music: lyricism, trap, and soul. Especially like with the samples that you choose, the way that the beat drops, the
Uh
way
huh.
that the cadence is. Man, that's what. Even in the description, I said, man, you. It seems from what I've heard, you have a habit of picking samples from a different era and time, and then with your cadence, it allows you to get the full view of the perspective of what it is that you're trying to do on the track. You know what I'm saying? Because you get those
Hmm.
great quotes, like even in the jungle, where you got the character, you know, he kind of sounds almost like a street hustle. Like you could tell, like just from where he was at, that this is kind of like a
Yeah.
nightlife type cat. You know what I'm saying? Like
And that was my voice too, as well, playing it. I was doing that.
what, man? Hey, man, you nailed that
Yeah,
shit,
that was
boy. I
my
thought that
voice.
shit
I
came from.
did
I thought that was a quote from a
that.
movie, boy. I said whatever
No,
them
no,
cats
that
got
was
going
me
on,
doing all
I want in. Shit, you know what I'm saying?
that. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah, that was me.
That was well awesomely done, brother. Awesomely the vision and everything on it,
Appreciate it.
man. What was so when it comes to like creating tracks and things like that, you know what I'm saying? What's the start and the finish? Like, do you get this idea as far as a thesis that you want to hit on, and then you just go in all in on it on full cylinders, or
I'm be high. I was high that time making back to the basic. I was high. I was smoking some high THC weed they had in Vegas where I was blowing like moon rock and shit like that. Like a lot of the times I wouldn't be able to finish the song in one session. I'd be able to like finish like maybe like 6 or 8 bars, but they were well thought into. I put thought into it. I wanted to focus on making a song. I didn't want it to be just your traditional, oh, verse, hook, verse. That's just all a song right there.
yeah,
You know what I mean? There is no hook. You know what I mean? It's just a song. You know what I mean? And I'm saying this, and it's got all these interludes and things like that. So I was high as hell when I had made that, but it was something that I really wanted to make. And I took my time on it, and that's kind of like how I was making a lot of my music even back then. I took my time on it and stuff like that, and it really meant something to me, and it was true facts. You know what I mean? Of things that I've seen, things that I've experienced, and things like that. And what I want to try to do was, because like I said, I had been deployed to Afghanistan and stuff like that. I was a soldier. I was 11 Bravo infantryman. I was a machine gunner. So I wanted to combine a lot of experiences from the street life slash from what I've had out in Afghanistan and combine it together.
facts.
So when I make analogies of talking about rolling up and spraying on some or shooting somebody in a car, well, I really mean it in a Matt V, but I can't say Matt V on the track because no one's gonna know what the hell I'm talking
Facts.
about. So, you know, yeah, you know what I mean. So,
Well, definitely
yeah,
a good way to find and live your truth, man, and put it.
my niece just texted me some funny stuff. I just see something came down, and I think the do not disturb thing just came. It was some funny shit. She was saying I'm giving out too much information. I ain't snitching on myself. I can say that I'm high. It's
As
legal here in
I was
Las
going to say,
Vegas.
hey man.
I ain't say I was doing cocaine. Now, if I say I was doing cocaine, that's a whole
Then
nother
I'm like,
difference.
hold on, brother, this ain't Vlad. I'm like, hold on, brother, this ain't Vlad TV, man. You gotta wait till the fans tune in, bro. Hold on, nah, man, nah, bro. Nah, we'll never
Yeah.
try to ask you nothing to incriminate yourself. But no, I like the fact that you did because for one, here's the thing. For those who don't know, I don't know where y'all been, but for those who know me, know I chief like an Indian, so it ain't no problem. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, uh, I love the fact that we find productive, quote unquote, productive potheads because it always changes the stigma with a lot of older people who are uneducated about it, or just people who never even, you know what I'm saying, not saying that you should. Whatever you do, you do. You know what I'm saying? But for a lot of people who don't understand it, they believe they have the stigma of pothead as a person who's not productive, who's lazy,
Oh hell,
who's just
yeah,
not gonna
yeah,
do anything. And that's not the. You'd be amazed at who smokes pot, man. You'd be lucky if your doctor don't smoke
yeah,
pot. I'm just being honest. Hey, I'll be honest with you.
yeah,
It's just you
yeah, for
for
real.
those of you know who might not know, you might be one of the only ones. Don't know. Now, with that being said, I'm not saying that. I used to be a person that used to be like, yeah, man, you just need a little bit of weed. A little bit of weed to cure everything. A little bit. If a person tells you weed is not their thing, don't push them. Cause nine times out
Yeah,
of 10, they've had some kind of experience where they know that weed is not their thing. Like you know what I'm saying, and you don't want to be part of that when that shit goes back down. I promise you, cause
yeah. I like weed, hoes, and money. That's what I
ain't,
like. That's all I
ain't
like.
nothing wrong with that.
It helping.
Ain't, ain't nothing. I like hoes too, but I'm just married, so I gotta like them from a distance. You know what I'm saying? But my wife, y'all should see the look on my wife's face. I had to clean that shit up right there.
Yeah, look at you, look at the corner of your
Y'all,
eye.
hey,
Oh,
help a nigga. But yeah, hey baby,
shit.
hey,
Hey man, just say you gotta come to Vegas for a business trip, man. You got some business to take care of, man. You trying to work on this next track with
man, hell yeah. If I told her I was coming to Vegas, she'll be there before I get there. She be done lost me, drop me off. Don't get it twisted. I just can't leave without her. She ain't with that bullshit. All right, but shout out to LB Trapper in the building for sure. I see you. All right, but yeah, man. So not only you know what I'm saying, you got these lyrics, man, that you definitely finding your truth in, and it does lend to the storytelling because for one, as you listen to your tracks, man, it do be like a whole like I love the fact that there's a purpose to what it is that you're saying. Like you're just not throwing rhymes out there because they sound good. It actually flows.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's actually a flow, bro. That's to me. I think that's one of the most important and one of the most lost aspects that we're finding today. Is you like you said before in Atlanta, you get people who try to make a sound that's hot because they want to get the instant gratification of the sound as it's hot. You know what I'm saying? And then
Right.
in turn, it causes them to, you know what I'm saying, to almost not dumb themselves down, but it causes them to level down their
Well,
music to a fact that it's this.
it don't have no substance
Yeah,
and it dies out
facts.
fast. They're essentially almost one hit wonders. I remember there's some people influencers I follow out in Atlanta, and he still hosts shows. And I remember he put up what's his name that made that hot track back in the day. Day Day. Uh,
Uh,
spin
spin
that
that
shit.
shit.
That song called
Yeah,
Spin
spin
That
that
Shit.
shit. Yeah,
Yeah. And then I was like, damn, I didn't even know he was still rapping. I just think that my best friend, one of my good friends, said it best. He said, however the way they're gonna find you is the way that you're gonna have to keep it up.
facts,
Keep that same way.
facts.
So if you lying or whatever, or you're trying to sound a certain type of way in the studio and you're not being yourself, and if you quote unquote happen to get found that way or make it that way, you gotta produce that same type of
Perfect
shit.
example. Perfect example. Look at Designer. He killed that panda. He killed
Yeah.
that panda, and now it's like, bruh, Designer.
We ain't heard nothing what 3 years or whatever it
Yeah,
was. It's been a
yeah,
minute.
man. So that's why, like I'm glad that you said you got the EP out called Back to Basics because fundamentally, that's what I think. That's what takes it to seven. See, back in the day when I used to listen to music like such as you, like Nas, DMX, people like that, it's you would have different names in hip hop, but when you heard their sound, it was their sound. Like you know what I'm saying? Like everybody had their respective lane, and when you heard it, you could be like, "Oh, that's so." You could pick up right off the bat. Oh, that's so and so. Oh, that's so and so. Just because you knew of the content that they always came. Like Nas was more the conscious tip. You know what I'm saying? Tupac was more the
Right.
street life. But whenever you heard their voice, they always was in their own respective lane. Now it's 20 rappers that make one sound. Like you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and then on top of that, we gotta look at it like this. The reason why I enjoy submitting my music to you guys, this is still the quote unquote crowd of people that still actually listen to music and give it a chance and enjoy it. When you're producing it to the masses, as we can see now, the TikTok videos, all these videos that we see on Instagram, I mean social media, they're short
Yeah.
videos. So what's that telling you is that if this shit ain't good in 6 seconds, which essentially um is the span of a goldfish. You know what I mean? Looking at something, then it's not good. Then, so now people are trying to capitalize on just these quick little moments. That's why they're coming. They got TikToks and these dances and things like that. They're trying to capitalize on this 10-second moment. That's all people are trying to make now. That's it. So we've dumbed down music to that, which takes out the quality on a whole nother level. You know what I mean? And nobody even gives a damn about what you're saying no more. As long as the beat is good and it sounds good and the hook is catchy, for that 10 seconds, 12 seconds, whatever it is on hit TikTok to make a dance or send it to an influencer on those platforms, then it's a good song technically.
Facts.
In which that's far from the truth.
Facts. And
So you guys, you and your boy, y'all be, I like the way how y'all conduct and y'all say, okay, I'm gonna judge this song for what it is. Unfortunately, even in our community of the people that run the independent music, such as you guys, the independent music reviews, that I mean, they're getting to the point where it's just battles and stuff like that. Hold on, I didn't make no damn song to battle against anybody.
Facts.
I made it to see if you was gonna judge the song and tell me what you think about it from top to bottom, and you got it broken down.
facts.
You know what I mean?
Man, see, we just
Not just because I paid $100 on the Cash App and you say the song is good. Fuck all that. You know what I mean?
I appreciate that, man, because at the end of the day, that's what we do it for. I remember when you could turn on the music and the music would actually guide you through a life situation. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where we
Yeah.
had like Marvin Gaye, Al Green, things like the songs that they were talking about, or even even up to as far as Avant and things like that. The songs that they were talking about were of relatability, where people could listen to the song. You remember you could turn on a song because you felt a certain way, and it just I wish it would rain or we cried. Like you could turn on a song
Yeah.
because specifically of the mood that you was in, because you knew people could relate to it. What with it now? Come on, bro. We got songs like Throat
Yeah,
Baby.
they don't even make
Yeah, like I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm sitting here like, what the fuck happened to music? And we, like you said, we down to 10 seconds. Get your 10 seconds in. Get your 10 seconds in. You know what I'm saying? No.
Yeah, and that's it. And that's what. Yeah, and yeah, you're right. You 100% right. And the thing is that even if that music is being made, which it is, because you got your Giveons and Allegra Snow,
Facts.
obviously there's people who make good music, but the machine's not pushing that to the forefront
Facts.
along with the other music.
You got to go find it.
See, they had shit, they had the not comical rap, but you had rappers, you Will Smith, Summertime, that was a good song, things like that back in the day. You had good music back then, but they had other stuff pushed up too as well. You know what I mean? Like your funny stuff, your serious stuff, your sad stuff, and everything. Now it's just one genre, like you said.
Yes.
It's just, not to say that quote unquote is bad music. It's just that I know that there's more than just that.
Facts.
You know what I mean? There's people out there who, you know what I mean? That like that Donda, that Kanye West just dropped. I don't know if you heard it. That shit that you're not gonna hear in the club,
Facts.
obviously. But it's not to say that it's quote unquote bad music. Are we gonna deem this as bad music just because it's not
It's not
in the club
facts.
or a 6-second clip on TikTok? So we got, you know what I mean? And I don't know what is the key to changing that mindset, because but see, I know what it is now. I keyed into it. See, the music that they're showing. It shows to a younger crowd. It don't show to a crowd like me and you.
Facts.
I'm 34. Shit, fuck that. So this is showing to the crowd that's gonna get on that YouTube and clicking for views, because the views and the streams is what translates to the money now these
Facts.
days. Well, who play on the phone now these days? Kids.
Facts.
I mean, not saying adults don't either, but your majority of kids, 14, 15, 16, 17-year-olds are playing the music. Okay, so what are they liking? They like young dumb shit. You know what I mean? The shit that sound movie related.
Popular.
Where people getting hurt, killed, and things like
Yeah.
right. You know what I mean? Just crazy stuff. So that's what's gonna win the forefront on the radio wave.
Facts. But you're right, because back in our day there was concerts. Like it was about tours and sales. I ain't trying to be funny. So yeah, they had to appeal to our group, because we the ones gonna spend the goddamn money on a tour sale. What you gonna
Right.
get a 60-year-old gonna buy to see a tour?
Yeah.
Come on. I'm not saying it
Right,
wasn't unheard of, but not times saying it was going to the tours because you bought the ticket. You know what I'm saying? But now, the fact that you say that does make sense. You know what I'm saying? They gotta appeal to who's gonna get the click when you getting paid per, you know what I'm saying, per number of streams.
They said 3,000 streams is equivalent to 2 album sales.
3,000. That's it. Wow.
3,000 streams is equivalent to 2 album sales back in the day. Because back in the days they sold albums for what?
Facts.
We had to wait for the album to drop in the store to go get it. You can look at the back of the credits and things like
Facts.
that. It would tell you all the information and everything. You know what I mean? So it was almost like getting a magazine from a store. You know what I
Right.
mean? Shit, I know, Buffy the Body and all that. Back in the day.
that went on the back of the album.
But
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean? So, but it was like that. You know what I mean? So it takes the nature out of enjoying the music and respecting the music. It takes all those elements out. And now we've boiled music down. Not we, but society has boiled music down to a click now. It's just a click. That's
That's
it.
so sad.
We don't know who makes these songs no more. We don't know, you know, hell, you don't even hear hooks now with people in the background. I think the only person who's doing that now, well, not only, but who's one of the people I think to come to mind is
Bruno
Bruno Mars.
Mars.
You know, that one song, Leave the Door
Yeah.
Open. Yeah, you know what I mean? But yeah, there was rappers who was doing that back in the day. You know what I mean? Like Tribe Called Quest and all that shit. You know, they was all
KRS
Black
One.
Eyed Peas. They
Yeah.
was all doing that
And,
type of shit.
and
So
it's like as we evolve, as the music evolves, you're right. These are things that's being lost. Now, see, those of us that know, we know, so we know that it's missing. But to the younger generation, they, you know what I'm saying, that's just the music or the lack of. You know what I'm saying? That's just the music.
yeah,
So when we speak of, I guess that's, it's not to be insulting, but when we say stuff like good music, it's not saying that the music is not good. It's just we understand, like, bro, this is like that's like going to eat steak all week, and then somebody hand you a hot dog, and you like, bro, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. I know that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
So, but let's get off of that, man. Back to why you make the great music that you make. You know what I'm saying? So far, performances. Have you been able to do any? I know you said that you know, saying you were able to perform once at a bar local to you, but I know with
Yeah,
COVID.
yeah. I was doing some local shows here. I was signed up with damn, for the life of me, I can't think of the name. But it was like essentially they would look out for you as far as in your city and set you up with independent artists,
Okay.
shows and things like that. But obviously through COVID it kind of threw things off. But now that things are bouncing back, like I said, I got a show coming up soon here, October the 16th in Nashville, Tennessee, called the Sauce Fest, which is hosted by Shy City Duck, Booney and them, and Duck and Booney who's hosting it. And then the Independent Elite, which is a group that I'm in. They're going to be some members in there too as well, man. Shout out to Cooley's Urban and Prescott, Missouri, and Cuda Brown and Mama Cuda and things like that. That's the next big thing that I think of right now that's coming up here shortly. You know what I mean? Here soon, October the 16th, which is obviously next month.
But,
So
uh,
I've been just scavenging and kind of going to shows across the states. You know what I mean? Because they don't really have nothing in Vegas.
facts. Now how can people get those? Are those tickets readily available to go get down for people, or like?
Yeah, those tickets are. I got a link, which I had sent out. It's on my Facebook page, but it's to the Eventbrite, and you can click on it, and it's already got the discount applied to it. And I think the tickets are $20 or whatever. But yeah, those are the tickets right there. You know what I mean? And I know it's gonna be a big crowd there for sure. It's gonna be like at an indoor music hall and things like that. So it's gonna be legit. It's gonna be dope.
Facts, man. We definitely can't wait till you rock the stage, 'cause, man. We know that's what. I can't. Hopefully, you'll be back close to this way to me in Texas, where I'll be able to take a step out to come see you, because, man, your songs are always A1 on point. Every time, man, when we see that,
Oh yeah,
when we see the little email come in, we be like, hey, Yerm just sent one in. We know that bitch gonna be funky. You know what
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Yes, sir.
I
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
it.
So it is time for me to ask you the official no offense banger. Everybody who's been in your seat has been asked this question, and this is what we'll finalize this as a no offense interview. You know what I'm saying? We got to get it from you while you're here. So let's say right now the phone wants to ring, and when it rings, it's a number you don't recognize, but for some reason you have got to answer it. All right. When you answer it, it's going to be the call that they will forever refer to when they speak of the legacy of Yerm. All right, they're gonna be like, "Damn, Yerm already had that fire, but then that call came, and then he took off and boom." You know what I'm saying? Like it was the sky's the limit. All we want to know is who's on that phone call, and how does that conversation go, my brother? It's your world. It could be anybody that you could dream of.
That phone call, it's gonna be uh uh Minnesota's child support. They're gonna say, "Hey, look, you finally off child support and you paid off arrears." Now, fuck.
Dream come true. Dream come true. You gonna say, "Excuse me, can you run that back?"
Yeah. I'm like, "Hey, look, I'm making it to the top. Now I can put all my money on promotion.
Facts.
Fuck that child support."
Facts. My boy said, ah. One of the realest
Hey,
questions. We okay.
hey.
The reason why we asked that question, dog, I'm still. The reason why we asked that question is we hoping that as we find ways to get these interviews heard. You know, we've got the radio app now. iOS or Android. These interviews, they are going to be played randomly throughout the day. You know what I'm saying? So people can get to know you as they listen to the radio. Uh, we've got the Roku app, which should be on in about 48 hours. We've got YouTube, 3 Facebook pages, Instagram. This will be going to right after Twitter. Um, what? Twitch. Oh yeah, Twitch as well. I'm sorry, my mic be open. Um, as we find ways to try to get these interviews heard, we're hoping that part of the segment falls on ears that can make that happen for you. So when and if it does, because we always believe it will. When and if it does, all we ask is that you call on the way. You know what I'm saying, on the way to celebrate. I don't know how you gonna. Anytime it's a celebration after you get that call, but after.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't, hey, on the way to the bar or right, whatever, before you get towed up and hella celebrate, just give us a call, be like, hey man, you won't believe what call I got, brother. That just so we know that it's starting to hopefully I'll start the long train of getting these calls answers, man, getting these impossible feats done. And honestly, that one actually sounds pretty damn possible. My dog said, I just want Minnesota to call me, something. Hey, I'm you off the hook. Uh,
Yeah.
Facts. All right. Well, with that being said, let everybody know, Yerm, man. How can they follow you going today after this interview? Because obviously, you know what I'm saying. You're definitely somebody that we want to keep tabs on. Definitely somebody we want to watch out for the new music because it's always banging. How can they do that? You know, going forward, so the fans can get a first hand look at either your Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Apple, wherever you may be. Let them know.
Okay, so yeah, on Spotify you can look me up as Yerm, Yerm. On Instagram you can follow me Yerm underscore Hefner, Hefner for a reason. And then on Facebook, obviously you can follow me on Yerm, Yerm underscore DiBiase, um, Yerm DiBiase. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, you put in Yerm even on YouTube, you'll see my videos and things like that, or music come up. And now that's one thing I am focusing on, making more content, videos and things like that. And I got that in the works coming up here soon as well. So I got a video coming for Jungle and that one song called "Fuck It." Now, I know you heard that a while back. You know what I mean? So I got some videos coming up. Um, I got some videos coming up. That's kind of what I've been focusing on, more content and promotion. Because the marketing and promotion is the key. It's not really even the songs. I mean, even though the songs play away, but that's 90% of the battle, marketing and promoting.
I ain't gonna do it.
And that's when you find out in a lot of artists when that's where they drowned at the most. You know what I mean?
That's actually what I was gonna say. A lot of people don't really understand that a lot of your favorite artists don't even write music no more. I hate to say it that way. A lot of your favorite artists don't even write music no more. After it's about getting that brand. It's about the brand. Like Rihanna, you think Rihanna make new hits every day? Or why do you think that she's?
No, I don't even remember. What was her last song she came out with? I don't even remember.
But she's a billionaire. Marketing,
Yeah.
marketing. Get your name out. I'll be trying to, man. One day they're gonna thank you for the free game, but until then they're gonna still complain. You know what I'm saying? Marketing. Get your name out. Your name means something. You are a walking brand. That's what. Yes, you need to have something to make people remember your name, but get your name out. You are a walking brand. Free game. Just letting people know you are a walking brand. All right. So, with that being said, now that you come through the interview, you can de-escalate because they don't ever know what I'm gonna ask them on these interviews coming in. I don't send them a list. I even before the 15-minute prep time. I don't tell them what's going on. Now that you come through the interview, my brother, in the future, we know you're gonna be busy. You're gonna be putting out these, like you said, you're working on visuals. Your name's definitely gonna be ringing bells because you already put in the work, and we definitely believe hard work pays off. But if you have a second where we can grab you by your shoulder and say, "Hey, Yerm, man, it's been a minute. We just want to sit back down with you, see what's going on. Would you be willing to come and do that with us?"
Oh yeah, I'm coming back. I'm rocking with y'all. I rock with y'all 100%. I don't do many music live reviews anymore. Just because I ain't gonna lie, I get sensitive if somebody told me my music suck or something like that, and they really ain't listening to it. I'm gonna feel some type of way. I done been boiled up a little bit, so I've been backed up a little bit. But if I'm really testing out a song and putting it in the market, I trust you guys' response and just reaction to it, and just the feeling you get from it. And I don't know. I forgot what's the name of your
Oh,
co-host that rocking with you
Scoop
sometimes.
G the boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's you the boss? I rock with y'all opinions and things like that. And y'all gonna tell the truth. Y'all not about to hold back punches and things like that. I like the professional approach that you guys been putting out, and I like the work. So definitely, I would rock with y'all the second time for sure.
And I appreciate that, man. That really means a lot, man. And my boy watching too. I know he'll. We gonna definitely see like, man, that nigga Yerm. I said, I told you, hell of a nigga. Ain't it? You know what I'm saying? That's for me to you though. That's for me to you though.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. I appreciate
Shout
it.
out to Gym Coach who say Yerm Hefner on YouTube. He watching. You know what I'm saying? Maurice. Shout out to Chile in the house. And LB Trapper say let's. I'm gonna check you out. Yeah, hey Trapper, man, you gotta check him out, man. Telling you, man. Boy got some hits, man. Like I said, it's not easy. It's not easy for our music review. We will tell you. It's called a no offense music review. You got to be stepping correct, or we gonna definitely step off of your ass. I hate to say it, but
Yeah.
that's how it gets. You know what I'm saying? But
And you can hear it when someone's serious or not. That's the thing. Like, you know what I mean? You can tell when someone's serious about their work. You can just tell. I mean, from the production to the mixing to the lyrics. You know, you gotta love it, man. You can't just do it just to be doing it. You gotta really be serious about it, and you can hear it. You can hear the product. You know what I mean? So, at the end of the day, we're coming to you, sending our shit to you.
facts.
So, by us coming to you, you know, there can't be too much offense taken. You know what I mean? Because we're submitting our stuff to you, or either we just don't do it at all and we just spectate. So,
See, see that makes me feel like, brother, you don't even understand that. I can sleep now.
I don't know why girls don't like Kevin Samuels, but they go to him. They go to him. Remember that now. He don't go to them. He don't track them down. He don't get their number. Same thing with you guys.
Facts.
You don't track down our music or none of that shit. We send it to you.
Hey, but you know we know you're gonna give 100%. That's what you signed up for, right? Well,
That's right.
We'll be ready. Because if it's gas, it's gas, and if it's ass, man, it's gonna funky up in this bitch.
Yeah, we're gonna say with
Facts. My third and final question, Yerm, man, it has been a pleasure. We definitely gotta check your DM because, like I said, those who have been on the show know a couple times we do reach out. We do like to keep it going, and now we've got artist pages that we're doing now, so we can follow up with artists. We are gonna start posting on YouTube to these artists. We're gonna start posting your YouTube videos and interviews to this artist page as well on our site to help promote, as well as so when they follow our website, they can see how when the last time we talked to you, what's the date, the time, and pictures, things like that. So yeah, we got you. Would you do us the
I'd be happy.
Would you do us the favor of introducing us to the last track you're gonna leave the audience with today?
Last track is Stunting, man. It's when I'm feeling good, and I know a lot of tracks we hear people stunting, it's always like aggressive things like that, but this is some slick, the Goldie, man. I'm sitting back sipping on yak in my Cadillac, you know what I mean, riding, you know what I mean, riding and sliding.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. As long as you ain't hiding, you heard me? Yeah. All right, man. Well, Yerm, it has been my pleasure, boss, man. I can't wait till next time we chop it up. Can't wait to see that next time that ding come through for the review, letting us know we finna hear another one. You know what I'm saying? And until that time, though, brother, do me a favor. Stay blessed, stay progressive, stay changing this world how you do, man, especially for the young brothers. And, man, don't give up on this music no matter what. You heard me?
Ashay. Thanks a lot.
No problem, man. Take care, G. We up now.
See you, man.
Yes, sir.
You say, boss.
All right, guys, this does conclude our interview today with Yerm, man. Y'all gotta know, man, this brother is an awesome, talented artist, man. I'm telling you, Mr. No Offense, don't lie about it, man. Check out his works. Check him out on YouTube. Check out his artist profile page we're gonna have up for here in a second. That'll share his interview. And, man, make sure that y'all just supporting this brother, man, and show him that you believe in him, man. Because, honestly, we don't have too many lyricists like the ones that we run across on this platform. We don't have too many. It's becoming, really rare. So, shout out to everybody who's been on the platform and giving us the opportunity to interview you, get to know you. Shout out to everybody who tuned in, because I know you could be anywhere in the world right now, but you chose to be rocking with us. Not only that, shout out to my dog, Scoop G the Boss, who worked with us. Shout out to my dog, Daryl Austin for Passport Republic, who's believed in us from the beginning. Shout out to Moran Custom Car Audio, who's also one of our sponsors. You know what I'm saying? Listen, guys, we couldn't do anything of this without y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I take these dreams very seriously because mine are entangled in them as well. You know what I'm saying? And until the next time we meet, don't wait on the world to change when you could be the change the world has been waiting on. This is Yerm. This is Stunting. On the way out. Y'all take care of each other, man. Love one another. And we'll see each other again soon. Bye.
It was $35,000 cash money. No, I give one. $35,000 plus one, right? The one I gave. No, you gave me six, all right? That was one. I had one. It was six, and it's 35,000 plus one plus six is seven. $35,000 is seven, right? Motherfucker, you five that.
Pull up 40 hanging on the hip.
Hanging on the hip.
9 times out of 10, yeah, I pulled up with another nigga bit.
Pull with a bit, yeah.
Got a rubber band on the nigga, so I'm sipping, yeah, I'm tryna get lit.
Tryna get lit.
Bad little bit from a letter, said she want me, yeah, she wanna get flipped.
Wanna get flipped,
745 with the peanut butter seat with the all black tint.
all black tint now.
28 gram of the OG Kush, nigga, that's my zip.
Smoking that Indo.
Nigga gotta roll the window down for the 12, don't smell my stink.
Got that out though.
Brand new chain with the rollie with the bezel, yeah, catch my drip.
Catch that trip now.
Randy Moore with the play all day, yeah, nigga caught that bit.
I'm capping the thing.
Add a little baking soda, add a little heat, nigga, rock that shit.
I'm watching it rip up now.
Had it stretching out yesterday, hell yeah, nigga tryna get rich.
Tryna get rid now.
Chopper on deck with 100 round clip, nigga, watch that shit.
I'm making it go.
I pull up and get it.
Pull up and get.
These niggas talking, they don't want it. I'm all about fetty.
All up up at it now.
I'm running niggas stacking hundreds. Your girl like a feather.
You know you a get.
I'm all up in it, then I pluck it. My wrist like the weather.
I know I can get.
It's sunny, my diamonds for custom. Pull up stunting on a nigga with a Glock 40 hanging on the hip.
Hanging on the hip.
9 times out of 10, yeah, I pulled up with another nigga bit.
Pull with a bit, yeah.
Got a rubber band on a nigga, so I'm sipping, yeah, I'm tryna get lit.
Tryna get lit.
Bad little bit from a letter, said she want me, yeah, she wanna get flipped.
Wanna get flipped now.
Yeah, I pull up something proper.
So I get it moved.
I made a jig, I got it.
Took a chance with it.
These haters want my product.
Hating that I got.
No lie, I keep it honest.
Always been the hunt.
I'm chopping with the status.
Status get the chop.
Make a play like Madden.
Get the calling out.
My swag is so official.
Nigga get the dip.
I gotta make it pass.
See it nigga cut.
You niggas gotta get your weight up. I'm ballin' on them, Dion Wade. I'm flexing on them every day. These haters tryna get my way. Them 2050s get me.
Keeping on the top.
Your chick is tryna get me.
See a nigga move.
I take her through the city,
Take it through the city.
and then she give me plenty. Pull up stunting on a nigga with a Glock 40 hanging on the hip.
Hanging on the hip.
9 times out of 10, yeah, I pulled up with another nigga bit.
Pull with a bit, yeah.
Got a rubber band on a nigga, so I'm sipping, yeah, I'm tryna get lit.
Tryna get lit.
Bad little bit from a letter, said she want me, yeah, she wanna get flipped.
Wanna get flipped now.
Yeah.